Hello, everyone. This is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full time. I've been doing this with my fiance Netta for a couple years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm about to go into what we were shipping out today on Friday. So yesterday was a crazy day. This was still really good. So I'm just going to jump right into it. Right here's a lot of 28 tokens for the board game Memoir 44. These are just like base objective tokens. There's a couple of like bridges that you use as terrain. And then there's these, I think these are like objective victory point markers. So just little bits and pieces to this game. This ended up selling for $8.99 plus shipping. Everything's going to be plus shipping, so I'll just save us the time right now. All right, next up are these index guides. These were going to be thrown out by someone. I think these were in the same pile with the contractor invoices that we sold before. So I like to grab stuff like this, especially when it's either sealed and I can use it myself for organizing like a board game, or if it's like stuff I can use for shipping supplies, or if I can just list it because someone's going to want this vintage one. This one's from, says 1991. So maybe someone just wanted to have more of these than they have some from before. This ended up selling for $5.99. Like I said, nothing too crazy, but that was going in trash. All right, next up is going to be a combo order. This one was interesting because they got a set of these Gloomhaven overlay tiles. This unfortunate set was missing one piece. There's like over 100 and something tiles for the game. It's missing one door, which I think is manageable. I've played all of Gloomhaven. I've played a couple times. It's a really long campaign game. There's like, you can play up to 40, 50, 70 scenarios. I played it a couple times and then I went through the whole game once. So like not having one of these pieces really is not a big deal, but I don't think they're using it for Gloomhaven because they also purchased this Dungeons and Dragons 4th edition like castle gridded map. So I think they're just going to use this as like RPG cheap terrain tiles for this. This is a really good quality map. I already have it in like boarded right here. Sometimes I get these boarded like comic book things and I'll use them to store like maps and stuff. So this combo order was $30. So that's pretty cool that someone picked up board game little tiles and they're going to use them in an RPG. All right, next up, this one, I like finding this kind of stuff. Actually, I enjoy in the past like year or so, I like finding the catalog. So this is a Wizards of the Coast Summer 2009 catalog. I think these things are fun to look through. And Ned and I used to like look through catalogs when we were kids. They had like the toy stores and all the different, there's the clothing ones that you've seen us sell. So this is a really cool one just because like I think Magic the Gathering is super popular. So like people should be looking out more for these cool like history pieces. This ended up selling for $18. So yeah, that's pretty cool for like a catalog. I really do like finding those because I like it when someone appreciates them as well. All right, next up is another Magic the Gathering thing. This is going to be Return to Ravnica set. This is their Fat Pack box. This is just the empty box. It's a pretty good quality box. It has like the colors that pop right here is Niv Mizzet and Jace right there. I forget the particular card with them both on it from the set. But yeah, this one's the blue one. This sold for $7. This is like their second return. They've done a lot of Ravnica sets, but this was the second one at the time. That's why it was called RTR, Return to Ravnica. All right, next up is going to be Summoner Wars, this little Vanguard expansion, I think, character set. So I've never played Summoner Wars. It kind of, the art doesn't quite appeal to me, but I know people say it's a really good game. You play on a tactic like a board. It's heads up. It's usually fantasy themed, but I think your figures instead of miniatures, they're going to be all these cards. So in here's going to be a bunch of cards. So you like, I think you either deploy a unit or move an attack or something or do your spells. I forgot what the victory condition is of this, but I do like tactics games. So I know they eventually made another Summoner Wars edition. This is by Planet Hat Games. I love that company. They make a lot of good story games, and Netta likes that company as well because we like their storybook games. This ended up selling for $10. It's just like a little expansion set, like characters for someone to play. All right, next up is going to be this Mini Fleet. These are 1 out of 2,400 scale model ships. There's 6 of them, 3 right over here. You can barely see them. There's 3 over here. These are, what are they? Generic ships, trawlers. That's what they're saying right there. I haven't really seen this particular brand a lot before. I think this is like the first one we've sold. It says it's by the Viking Forge. People do like the naval miniatures, even the tanks, infantry, and stuff. All the time we sell them. This sold to a repeat buyer for $16.49. All right, moving along, we have this police car right here, department. It's like a squad car. It has like little pedals down here. I don't know if you can actually like use them or if they're supposed to be like a little figure that goes in here. But yeah, I get a lot of these diecast cars, and then if they're worth more than like a handful of dollars, I will then individually sell them instead of put them in a lot. This sold for $11.99. So someone's going to like that one. That one was, I hadn't seen a diecast car like that before with the little pedals. All right, next up is going to be a combo order, but they paid at different times. So it's $67. Yeah, $67. and some change. So they got a bunch of the advanced squad leader boards. They bought a bunch a couple days ago. I think they're still being shipped. So I had to bag them in different baggies for my lots just because all of them won't fit. So this first lot right here was a lot of 6. The numbers 7 through 11 and then number 13. So 12 was missing. The numbers are up here. The earlier the number, the more common they are. This person said that they like this particular edition of the boards that I had. I got a bunch of these. I still have more to list. I was going to probably list some more today. So yeah, these 2 was one order. And then they also got a lot of 5. This is 5, 8, 9, 10, and 11 right here. So yeah, 3's in one bag, 2's in the other. So yeah, people use these little grid and maps for Advanced Squad Leader. It's like a war game where you have these little shit tokens that represent like infantry and ships. And I know RPG people also use these. Someone said that they use them for D&D when they told me in person. All right. Next up is going to be this little die cast. It's a matchbox. This one's what, like a Thunderbird? That's the A10 Fairchild Thunderbolt right here. This one's a pretty good quality little plane. I did a video when we got a bunch of these planes. At least like almost like a third of them have sold since I've listed them. This sold for $14.99. It's like a good weight to it. It's like a metal one. All right. And then last up, I think this was on Bonanza. Netta, do you remember how much this one sold for? No idea. Oh, it's on, apparently we have another eBay. Netta has another one where she puts some of our clothes stuff. I think she calls it Clothing Daddy. All right. But yeah, this is a hot, which one? Oh, $10. So this sold for $10. This was also going to be in the trash from the same person. Where was the other thing? Those index cards. Oh yeah, these index cards right here. So yeah, really cool hot topic. A lot of people are going to remember this, especially millennials. So yeah, this is just one of their stickers. It's 6 inches by 2 inches, still in a pretty good condition. And then just says like it's a little 10% coupon on the back if you wanted the coupon back in the day. Very nostalgic for people. So that's probably why someone picked it up. So $10, nothing too crazy, but I saved it from trash. All right. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Hope everyone has a good weekend.